Ah yes, 2015. The year considered the peak year of modern Thomas by many. 2015 was a big year for Thomas, being the 70th anniversary of the franchise. To celebrate this, we got not one, but two feature-length specials, special pieces of merchandise to commemorate the anniversary, a YouTube exclusive documentary about the legacy of Thomas, and a whole new merchandise range. In this video, I am going to talk about the Thomas Minis range. The Thomas Minis range is a wide range of small miniature versions of Thomas characters, first launched in 2015 and is still being made to this day. The range is most typically found in small blind bags, however recently, the blind aspect of them has been removed from them. Not complaining though? Being almost 10 years old, the Thomas Minis range has had multiple themes, from classic to neon to whatever this is.
Oh, said James. Oh!
A lot of these themes are very gimmicky and have nothing to do with Thomas. I get what Mattel was trying to do, having a series of loads of models to collect, but there could have easily been other things they could have done. But despite having a large range of gimmicky themes that are completely nothing like Thomas, there were some that were good. The Classics theme was amazing, and so are themes like Special Edition, Neon, Core Moments, New Look, and 75th Anniversary to name a few. Like the other three main Thomas ranges, the Minis range had some playsets, but unlike the other three main Thomas ranges, it had no track system of its own. The Thomas Minis sets were just like most of the Take and Play sets, where they were not made out of track pieces, and instead parts made specifically for that set, meaning a child could not use pieces from the set to make their very own one, and are restricted to the set on the box. Another thing I despise about the Minis sets is they are all stunt based, and not simple train sets like they should be. I don't get what Mattel's obsession with turning Thomas into Hot Wheels at this time was, as they did this with the Trackmaster range as well back then. Thankfully, the stunt sets are no longer a thing in both ranges, and sets no longer being a thing at all in the Minis range. This wouldn't be a video on the Minis range if I didn't bring up the Superstation. The Superstation was a huge Thomas set released in 2017, retailing for £120.99, and was designed to fit all your Thomas models on, whether it be Trackmaster, Wooden Railway, Adventures, or of course Minis. This thing was the closest thing to an actual track system in the Minis range. In the set, you can of course push the engines around the track, get Cranky to lift them up, and store them on the various points around the set. This set was amazing, and was a genius idea by Mattel, at a time where they were still producing the stunt sets I mentioned earlier. This set must have sold very well, as Mattel produced a second set called the Super Cruiser in 2019. This worked the same as the Superstation, but was much cheaper, meaning families with a budget could enjoy some of the features of the bigger set. The Super Cruiser was based around Stefano from the Distant Discovery special. Minis engines can be pushed along the track or be stored inside or outside of the Stefano. Despite being a cheaper option of the Superstation, this set is much more gimmicky, and I prefer the Superstation set much more than this. What Mattel should have done in the Minis range is something already done with a certain other range in Japan. Capsule Playrail. The Capsule Playrail range is a range of small Thomas characters released in egg capsules, mostly distributed in gashapon machines in Japan. These were originally released worldwide, but became Japan exclusive when Tomi's license to sell Thomas products outside of Japan ended in 2010. This range had almost every Thomas character from Series 1 onwards, and the range is still active today, with both original series and All Engines Go waves still being produced. The range did not just release regular engines in the capsules, but also track, destinations, a wide range of rolling stock and off-rail vehicles, and almost every variant of the characters from the episodes and movies. This range is everything the Thomas Minis range should have been. It has almost every Thomas character in rolling stock, has destinations, its own track system, and character variants that actually make sense. This is how you make a collectible mini Thomas range. If only this range was still being produced worldwide today. The Thomas Minis range as a whole is an okay range, but also extremely gimmicky. Some gimmicks I don't mind, like animals or steel, but some I could really tell Mattel was running out of ideas, like in the food models they made, and it was very obvious when it came to the Booger Ben model. Like, what is this? Despite this, the Thomas Minis range is still a fun range to collect, and I continue to collect it to this day. It has been a hot minute since the last range review video I made, and this video was long overdue, so I am glad I finally got this one out. As for the next video, I am not sure what it will be, as I go from one idea to the next, so if I announce the next video now, the actual next video would likely be something completely different. That is it for this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!